There has been, in my view, a fusion of the two fields, and maybe not for the betterment of the world. So I think in the 1990s, there has been a very strong trend towards empirical economics, but very much based on theoretical notions drawn from neoclassical economics. So I was involved very deeply in discussions about the transformation of the former socialist world in Eastern Europe and mass privatization and radical reforms, and have had my battles with some of the economists at the time who, in my view, did not understand really the institutional setup, the politics and the social dimensions of everything. And so that was a time where I think there was an immediate translation of models in economic thinking into policy advice in a way that was quite detrimental. So I think economics as law is, to me, an applied science. It's one that would be better served by a more inductive approach that understands the world before ramming through some abstract models to try to reshape the world in some kind of normative fashion. So I think that that's sort of the really wrong turn I see in economics in the last decade. So the attempt to reimagine and re-engineer the world in light of certain economic models, rather than trying to understand patterns in the world and seeing how you can shift them with a normative agenda, but we also have to talk then about what this normative agenda would be. So I think in some ways, economics, I think, as I said, is an applied science, but it has tried to be maybe too academic, too mathematic, too removed from the world, but then turned back and tried to reshape the world in its own image. And I think that's, in my view, where the discipline derailed and somewhat